Hey, my brothers and sisters, I'm Yaya Lily, and you're tuned in to the Property Motivational YouTube channel. I pray you take something that is said this evening and allow it to give you the energy you need to keep moving forward. I am not a licensed spiritual guru, and this is just life experience and the Word of God from my heart to yours. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest, honey. And never forget, you are worthy and you are loved. So, as you may be able to tell from the title, this week's episode is about the importance of getting to know yourself and recognizing when it's time for change. And just know it's okay to change when you're changing for divine purposes. But anyway, I just wanted to speak about how to know when you know yourself, why it's important to know yourself, and a couple of ways on how you can get to know yourself. So, you know yourself when you know what you like and you know what you don't like. For example, I know that I love seafood, honey. First of all, I love to eat, period. I've just been looking back at pictures and videos and stuff like that. And somebody that I love dearly to my heart sent me a video the other day. And I was like, damn, leave it to me to always have a plate of food in my hand in a video because I love to eat, honey. Yes, I do. I'm the type of person that'll go to your cookout and be like, yes, I love the food so much. I even went back for seconds after everybody got a plate. And if you don't mind, do you think that I can get a take home plate too? Because I really, really, really love to eat. And so I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I know that I really, 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 really love seafood, but I like to eat a whole lot of shit like spaghetti, fried chicken, pasta salad. I love pasta salad so much. But anyway, I really, really love seafood as opposed to barbecue. Now, I like barbecue now, if my mama makes some barbecue or my daddy or my family, I love my family's barbecue, my mama and stuff like that. But let's say somebody asked me if I wanted to go to a restaurant and it's either a barbecue restaurant or a seafood restaurant. I know what I like, honey, so I'm going to go to the seafood restaurant. Ain't nothing wrong with a barbecue, you know what I'm saying? If you like that. Excuse me, but I would like to get me some shrimp and some crab and some calamari, baby, because yes, I did not know calamari was squid, but leave it to me because I had tried it one day because it was food and it looked good, and I was like, damn, it tastes good too. Yeah, I like calamari too, honey. I like seafood. So you know yourself when you know what you like and you know what you don't like. You know yourself when you know what type of work ethic you have. You know whether or not you a hard working person or you somebody that's a motherfucking couch potato, honey. You know which one you are. And so if you're somebody that has a good work ethic, you're probably somebody who goes to work on time. You try not to take no sick days. You try to be there. You show up. You put your passion into your job, and you're somebody who actually cares. You know yourself, so you can say, yeah, I got a good work ethic. Or you might be somebody who said, fuck work. I'ma just lay my ass on the motherfucking couch and I ain't worried about getting no check because I get money in different types of ways, whatever that may be. So I'm gonna just lay my ass on this motherfucking couch and eat these motherfucking chips. And if you want to do that, as I always say, live your best life. Live your life for you. But at least you know that you know yourself. At least you know that you somebody who gonna lay on that motherfucking couch every day and not go out there and do like get a job or get a check. But if that's what you want to do, then that's what the fuck you want to do. I'm just saying, like, it's important to know yourself. So you know yourself when you know what you like and what you don't like. You know what type of work ethic you have, and you know what type of atmosphere you like to be in, and what type of people you like to associate with yourself with. For instance, you might be somebody who likes going to the club. You like the bottle girl life. You like the stripper life. You like, showing up, pulling up on people, stunting on people, doing things for clout. Because that's the type of motherfucking life you want to live. That's the atmosphere you like being in. And no shade to you. That's what you want to do. You know yourself. Or you might be somebody that likes to stay at home and just read all motherfucking day long. They might call you a homebody. People might call you boring, you this, that, and the third. But that's what you want to do. You want to stay at home. You know yourself. You know that's the type of atmosphere you feel comfortable in. You might be somebody who likes to do both of those things. Sometimes you want to go out to the club and live your best life and shake that ass like it's 99 for the 2000s. And other time you want to stay at home and read books that you had got at the bookstore in the year 2000, you know? That's maybe you like to have a balance of doing both of those things, but you know what type of atmosphere you like to be in. You know whether or not you're somebody who talks loud, not because you trying to be ghetto and all that type of stuff. People always be like, oh, she talk loud, she must be ghetto. Like, no honey, this is the voice that God gave you. So if you talk loud because God needed you to talk loud, because he needed somebody to hear what you gotta say. You know, maybe that's just the type of personality that you have. You talk loud, and maybe you somebody who's quiet as fuck. And people always be like, "What you say? I'm sorry. May you say that one more time, please? Because you just somebody who talks low, like." But that's who you are. You know yourself, and you know yourself. You know yourself when you know that regardless of the type of person you are, as long as you're doing things out of love and light, and you're not doing anything to maliciously hurt yourself or anybody else, when you know that you are worthy of the person that you are because you are doing things for good reasons and good intentions, that's how you know yourself, honey. When you know that you are a good person and you might not be perfect, you gonna hurt somebody, honey, because you're not perfect. You're just human, but you're doing the best you can, and you know that your intentions overall is to be a good person and to walk in love and to walk in light, and you know you're worthy of doing that, and that's how you know your motherfucking self, honey. That's how you know yourself. You know yourself when you know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what type of work ethic you have, you know what type of work atmosphere you like to be in. You know, like, I have a friend that I love nearly and dearly, and she will always say, like, she used to work in an office where she would sit down all day and she had her own little cubicle and she would do her work, and you know she would get her work done. She would do what she needed to do to take care of herself, and it was an okay job, but she didn't really talk to people like that much. And you know she would just do paperwork, and she would say how any little chance that she get to come out and you know speak to somebody or do this or talk about that, she would take that chance because she was used to just sitting in the cubicle by herself every day when she went to work. And then eventually she quit that office job and she went to go get a job as a server. And when she went to go get that job as a server, she realized that that's the type of atmosphere that she likes to be in. That's what she likes to do. She likes talking to people. She likes getting to know people. She likes knowing people's stories and serving and moving around and doing this and that. You know, she got to know herself. And shout out to you. I call her auntie. You know, if you listening, shout out to you, auntie. That's your story, baby. But yes, I did put it out there because you know yourself. You knew that, you know, the office job is doing what it needs to do for the moment. And I thank God, I praise God for the opportunity that he gave me. But, you know, my soul and myself kind of want to do something different. And I just want to go serve and get to know people in and out, you know. I want to make people happy because food will make you happy. Like I said, now I love me some food. The food is the way to my heart. Yes, it is in the Lord and love. But if you want to make me happy, give me some food. I always say when I like to speak and talk and do this not a little content because we big over here, but when I like to just speak and come from a place in my heart, I always need to make sure I got me a little snack after some food or apple because I need to replenish my energy, Lord. Thank you, Father God, for the fruits of the world because I love fruit and I love to eat. Anyway, that's how you know yourself. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know your atmosphere, you know the people you like to be around, and you just know that you are worthy because you are a good person. And so it's important to know yourself because when you know yourself, you're happy, honey. That I feel like that's the reason number one. When you know who you are, you just happy. You just happy to live life. You just happy to be who you are. You happy with the skin you in because you know yourself. Can't nobody tell you shit. You know, you just happy with who you are. And that's reason number two why it's important to know yourself because can't nobody tell you shit, you know. People be like, you act like this because it is. You egotistical because you a Leo. It's all about you. It's all about yourself. Leos only think about themselves. Or you a Cancer. Oh my gosh, not this crybaby. Not this Cancer. Oh my God, Cancers is just cry babies, honey. Or maybe you a Aries and people think you just so aggressive as fuck. You just motherfucking aggressive. You just mean. You motherfucking. You just mean. Or maybe you a Scorpio, honey. I'm getting into the signs, but you know how people be like, you act like this because of this. Oh my gosh, you a Virgo. That's why you so motherfucking quiet. Oh, you a Scorpio. You just nasty. Scorpios are just nasty. Let's get into everybody's favorite one to talk about, honey. A Gemini. Oh my gosh, that's why your ass is evil one motherfucking second, and then you just goody two shoes the next second. But if we're being realistic, everybody has a good side and a bad side to them. Is you have the option to choose which one you want to live on a daily basis. Do you want to be good or do you want to be evil? Just because you a Gemini doesn't mean you're going to be evil all the damn time. I mean, come on. Just because you a Leo doesn't mean you just think about yourself. Just because you a Cancer doesn't mean you a crybaby. We all cry sometimes. Just because you're Aries doesn't mean you mean, because all of us can be mean sometimes. Just because you're a Scorpio doesn't mean you nasty all the damn time, because I'm not no Scorpio, baby, but I could get nasty. But when you know yourself, it's important to get to know yourself, because when you know yourself, you know the type of shit you like, and it just makes you happy. When you know what you like, you do what you like, and when you do what you like, you're happy. And don't try to take nobody else's happiness away from them, because that's just going, karma is real, baby. You trying to take somebody else's happiness, that's not gonna make you happy, and that's just gonna give you, it's hard to get your happiness back when you try to do some shit like that. You can get your happiness back. Now you can once you wishing bad on somebody else, but it's just so much better to just be happy for yourself and wish people love and light. And you can do it at your own pace. Ain't nobody telling you to just heal in the next 5 seconds or heal by tomorrow morning. Just know that you are worthy of being you. It's important to get to know yourself, because you are important. God made you, my brother, my sister, baby girl, baby boy, my king, my queen. God made you. He made you. So get to know yourself, because yourself, the person that you are, no matter what kind of skin you in or what kind of hair you have, even if you got that yellow mustard hair, baby, even if you out here rocking that yellow mustard hair, at least you know yourself, and just be happy with who you are. And if it's something that you don't like about yourself, know that it's okay to change. And so it's important to know yourself, because the person that you are is divine and beautiful. But it's also okay to recognize when it's time to change or when you feel like you want to change. And one way you can recognize when you need to change is like when you realize you're unhappy. Like you know yourself when you happy, because you out here living your best motherfucking life and people can't tell you shit, honey. People can't tell you shit. You know, people be like, "Oh, you think because you out here rocking your natural hair that you think you better than me because I wear my weaves." Like, is that what I think about myself, or is that what you think about me, honey? Because I know my motherfucking self. And me knowing myself knows that if I'm worthy, that means you are worthy too. So, do you know yourself? Because if you knew yourself, you would know that you a badass bitch, whether you got weave or natural ass hair, because God made you too, just like He made me. So, anyway, it's just at the same time, you can recognize when you need to change. Like, you can be a badass person all day and be confident in yourself, but with confidence, don't let that shit make you feel like you can talk down on somebody else, or think that just because you out here rocking nice ass clothes and you know that you got it like this and you can take care of your bills and you got your shit taken care of, that can just make you automatic to go out here and talk bad about somebody else. Like, damn, look at her, she ain't got shit. She don't she ain't got no name brand shoes. She don't never get her hair done. She don't do shit. She dusty. She broke. Like, what gives you the space to go out here and gossip about somebody else? Because, God can put you in the same situation in a few motherfucking seconds, just like that. Just like the snap of a few fingers, you can have everything today and lose it all tomorrow. So if you're the type of person that's out here gossiping about people, or you always looking for a reason to fight, you always going to the restaurant looking to get something for free because you feel like you entitled to that shit. If you the type of person that's out here damn stealing, if you out here doing anything that doesn't feel right with your soul, if you out here doing anything that makes you feel like damn this isn't me, then you don't know yourself, because your soul is trying to tell you. It's trying to speak to you. God is trying to speak to you to tell you, like, this ain't you, honey. This ain't you. We don't do shit like this. We don't talk about our brothers. We don't talk about our sisters. Like, no, they might not be out here doing they shit, but that ain't your motherfucking business. What you gonna do about it? You can't, like, what you gonna do? If they ask you for some advice, you can give it to them, but you ain't gotta walk up on nobody else and just start saying this, that, and the third because they not living to your standards. As long as you know yourself, that's all that motherfucking matters. And so if you feel like you're out here and you just doing something that doesn't make you happy and it just makes you feel like, if you have something on your mind and every night when you go to sleep it just bothers you and you can't stop thinking about it, then maybe you don't know yourself and you need to get down to the nitty gritty of that situation so you can get back living your happy life. And maybe it's just your self conscious or your soul telling you like you going down a path that you don't feel right with, and that's because this isn't you. So how about we just take the time to journal? How about we take the time to pray? How about we just take the time to sit back and evaluate the situation so we can get to know ourselves a little better? Because at the end of the day, I hope that you want to be happy because I want you to be happy. And another way to recognize, like, I just want to say, along with coming to getting to know yourself, you can know yourself, you can know what you like, you can know what makes you happy, you can know what type of person you are, you can know what type of work ethic you have and the atmosphere you like to be in and stuff like that. But along with coming to knowing yourself, sometimes you recognize that you might need to change something. And with those changes, like being able to recognize when you need to change is situations like when you're hurting people or when people start to distance themselves from you. Like, you can say all day that you got these friends who you just be like, my friends don't understand me, my family don't understand me, the people who I work with don't understand me, like they just don't understand me. So I'm gonna distance myself and just try to do my own thing. But sometimes you might need to look back and say, or are people distancing themselves from me? Like, yeah, at the end of the day, can't nobody tell you what's best for you. You know yourself what's best for you. But sometimes you might be that person. I know I've been that person before where I just had to kind of sit back and look and be like, damn, am I the toxic one? Am I the one out here like hurting people's feelings and thinking I'm better than everybody? Am I doing something wrong? Did I do something wrong? And it's okay to sit back and ask yourself those questions because you're not going to be perfect all the time. You're not going to be in the right all the time. And that's a part of being human. That doesn't mean that you just ain't shit or you a fucked up person. Or maybe you might feel like you a fucked up person because you keep on doing fucked up things to people that you know that's not right. But at least if maybe something will come over your soul and just say, hey, I'm doing fucked up shit and I don't think I know myself. So maybe I need to sit down to get to know myself, because once I start doing right by people, that's gonna make me happy to see somebody else happy so I can be happy. And then after I'm happy, can't nobody tell me shit because I know myself. Just understand it's okay when you need to change sometimes. Like, Tyler Perry always says it best. Well, he says it in a way like, when you get ready to marry somebody, make sure you're ready to marry 10 different people, because the person you're marrying right now is not going to be the same person in 10 years from now. And 10 years from that, they still not going to be the same person. They might realize that the things they needed when they was 20 is different than what they need when they're 30. And the things they need in their 30s is different than what they need in their 60s, because in their 60s, they probably need a back brace and all types of shit like that. But they didn't need that shit in their 20s. When they was in their 20s, baby, and we needed some good old DICK. If you somebody like me. But anyway, I'm just saying. Like, it's okay. Like, it's important to get to know yourself, because you know what you need for now. And if what you need for now is not the same thing that you need 30 years from now, just know that's okay too. At least you know yourself. And a couple of ways that you can get to know yourself, is like praying, because that's the number one thing. Pray, ask God to help you get to know yourself. Ask God to help you be able to see yourself through His eyes, because through His eyes, you are the most beautiful thing you could ever be, because He created you and He ain't make you anything less than something super and beautiful. And that's one way you can get to know yourself. Like, just ask God, God, can you please help me to get to know myself? Help me, Lord. I sit here and say, I'm Yaya Little, Lord, but you know that ain't my real name, Lord. So can you help me get to know myself? Where did this Yaya come from? What is going on, Lord? Who is this? Who is this? But it's me, God. Just pray for it. Just pray on it. You can get to know yourself by praying. You can get to know yourself by doing journal prompts. Just Google something like um, journal ideas on trying to get to know myself. Like, what's my fears? What makes me happy? What kind of food do I like? What kind of music do I like? What type of friends do I want to have? Now, everybody's not perfect, and you just can't go out here saying, I want my friends to be like this, like this, like this. And if they ain't like that, then I ain't fucking with them, because nobody's perfect. You have to accept people for who they are at the end of the day, as long as it's of divine love and light. So if you got friends who make you happy, then accept them for who they are. You do journal prompts on like, what type of atmosphere do I like to be in? Do I like to be around the trees and shit like that, or do I like to go to the hookah bar and sit back and chill? Because ain't nothing wrong with that either, honey. Get to know yourself. So you can get to know yourself by praying, doing some journal prompts, just taking some quiet time, just sitting by your fucking self, just sitting on the bench and looking like just be with your own thoughts. And me and my mom was talking about one day how my mom was telling me about this survey of people, and they took a survey. I don't remember what the percentage is. I'm sorry, I had no motherfucking idea. But one thing I do know is the survey had asked the question about how long can you sit by yourself in silence, and let's say that the answer was, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really fucking up the survey. Basically, it was asking people, how long can you sit by yourself in silence and stuff like that. And more people said they would prefer to have the TV on or have the radio on or be talking to somebody or just, be on their phone or doing something other than being in the company of their own silence. More people said they would rather hear something else than to be in the company of their own thoughts. But if you want to get to know yourself, take the time to have some quiet time and just listen to your thoughts. You ain't got to do it for hours on a day or, meditation type shit like that. But just take 5 minutes. Even, when you be in the shower, just be like, damn, how do I feel? Let me check in with myself. Am I happy today? And if I'm not happy today, what can a bitch do to make herself motherfucking happy? Okay? Like, what can I do? Even if it's just listening to something that made me laugh or calling a friend or texting somebody I love them, because usually they'll text you and say, I love you too. Take the time to get to know yourself. Pray, journal, take some quiet time for yourself. And I also wrote down, ask people what they think about you. But let me just tell you, honey, I don't know how much I recommend that one, because when you ask people what they think about you, that shit come with a warning label, honey. People might take that for an option to tell you every motherfucking thing about yourself. So I don't know about that. If you want to get to know yourself, you can say, what type of person I am? What you think about me? Do you think I'm like this or do you think I'm like this? Just tell me. I'm just going to get opinions on myself. But let me tell you, that one comes with a warning label, so I don't know if you want to do that one if you ain't ready for to hear people's opinion about you, because I ain't ready for that shit yet. For that. Just get to know yourself for you on your own. So that's really all I have for you this evening, honey. I just want to talk about the importance of getting to know yourself and how it's such a beautiful thing. When you know yourself, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. Can't nobody tell you shit, baby, because you know that you are a divine soul. You're not perfect, but you are motherfucking worth it, and you're working on a path of love and light. You know who you are. You know what you like. If you like country music, you like country music. If you like putting makeup on your face, you like putting makeup on your face. If you like eating a hamburger that has ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard on it, even though you know that bitch gonna be sliding around like a motherfucker, then that's what the fuck you like to motherfucking eat. If you somebody out here that like to eat octopus, baby, that's what the fuck you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Just love yourself and the body and the skin that you in. And that's all I got for you this evening, honey. That's all I had for you. But my website, along with my very first novel entitled Just Sears Journal, will be available Thanksgiving Day 2022. So stay tuned, y'all. Subscribe to my channel and tap that notification bell so you can be notified every Thursday when a new video uploads. But you can check me out every Thursday after 5, y'all. It's just so funny because I be like, every Thursday after 5, but sometimes I be thinking to myself, shit, I should have said every Thursday late at night. But you can check me out every Thursday, honey. Every Thursday. The Property Motivational YouTube channel. Thank you to anybody who's listening. And I truly hope that you heard something that resonates with your soul. And if not, just leave the rest of that other shit behind. I hope God blesses you, but I know He already will because God is good and God is great all the motherfucking time. Life is already going to move you one way or another. So just keep moving. But when you can't move anymore, let God carry you. The property is a movement, y'all.